about how to work with string using different string method that is available in JavaScript. And in this particular lesson, we're going to be examining a very important method of working with string, which is the replacing string content method. Now, on my screen, here I have some things about the replace method when working with string. The first one says the replace method does not change the string it is called on, which means that when you use the replace method in JavaScript, it doesn't always change the string it is called on. The number two thing says the replace method returns a new string, which means that if you replace maybe an existing string, what you get as an output or result is going to be the new string that you use to replace the old one. The third one says that the replace method replaces only the first match. Now, the replace method in JavaScript when working with strings only replaces the first match in your string, which means that if you have more than just one more than just one match that you want to replace in your code, there are other ways by which you will do it. Fourth says, if you want to replace all matches, use a regular expression with the slash G flag set. So if you want to replace more than just one match in your code, you use the regular expression with the G flag set in your string. And the last one says by default, this method is case sensitive, which means that if you have a word in small letter and you try to replace it with a capital letter, it will not work unless unless you use a regular expression with the high flag set which we are going to be taking a look at in this lesson. So these are some of the things that you should take note of when working with the replace method in JavaScript, especially when working with string, because these are some conditions that might produce an inconsistent result if they are not properly taken care of. So I will switch to my editor so that we can see how we can use the replace method in JavaScript when working with string. So here's my editor on my browser. So I'll make a default HTML document and then change the title to working with JavaScript string replace method. So I just copy this so I can use it for my heading. And I'm going to manage for paste it here. So I'll refresh the browser so that we can see, okay, good, we have the header now. Then I can simply make a script tag here as usual, and then make a variable saying hello world. Now, if I want to use the replace method, I can just work with this string and make another variable so I can assign the result to it. I say let result equals to text dot the replace method, which is this. And then if you take a look at what we have on the screen, I have two words together, hello and world. Now, if I want to change this word from capital W to a capital from a small cap, this small letter W, or if I want to change this whole word to a capital word, how do we do it? That is the purpose of why we are working with the replace method, because we want to replace this entire word. So how to do it is by, you first uh, you first pass in the word that you want to replace, which is this. I want to replace this word WORLD. So I'll first pass it. It's a string, so I'll use a quote. Don't forget word. What do I want to replace it with? Put a comma after it. I want to replace it with a capital word like this. Then I can now say, okay, show me on the screen document dot write my results, and let's see what I'll get. Now you can see that this word, which happens to be a small letter, has been replaced with this capital word, as you can see on my screen. Now there are other things to take note of. If I do not put a string around this, it definitely will not work. I hope you can see that we are not getting results. And if I change this to maybe a capital letter, if I put it in a quote, but instead use a capital letter like this, can you see that it doesn't work because it is case sensitive? So if I want to use a capital letter like this, but I want it to work regardless of whether I have it in small cap or caps or capital letters, I can use the I flag, which makes it insensitive. When using the I flag set, there's no need for quotes. Just this slash and then you put I and you can see that it works. Even though this is a capital letter, the flag set is making it to work and get the correct output. And if I add another word, let me do something like this, and I want to replace all the instance of word, I just need to use the G flag set that we've talked about earlier, and you see that it will change my code. As you can see, okay, sorry. So I'll just switch this to the normal word this way, and you can see that all instances of word are being replaced everywhere in my string. So this is how you use the G flag set if you want to replace all the instance of the string that you want to change. So if I continue to add more word, any place where JavaScript can find this small cat word, it will change it to word. So take note of how I need to switch this back to the exact match of this when I wanted to use the flag regular expression G flag set in order to replace all the word. Because if I put this in capital letter without the I flag set to make it case insensitive, it will not work. So thank you. I'll see you in another lesson.